You might recognize that name, baseball fans in the area. Former Holy Spirit standout, and he's now playing his college baseball at Dickinson College. Good morning, Rick. How you doing?
Great, Dave. How are you?
How's the weather down there in North Carolina?
It's awesome. Sunny and 85 today.
Nice.
Can't complain.
So what's the league you're playing in down there for the summertime?
This is called the Tidewater Summer League. It's a smaller summer league down here. It's about 4 teams, all in the Virginia and North Carolina area.
Uh-huh.
A lot of Virginia Beach. But it's some good talent here. It's good baseball, and summer ball is just time to get better. You're in the weight room, and you're playing with a lot of different guys from different areas. But it's a pretty cool experience.
Now,
working on little things.
What grade are you going into for college? You're going to be a junior this year? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll be a junior at Dickinson.
Nice. And what have your first 2 years of college baseball been like?
I've had a great experience. I'm playing for a great program and a coach that I really like. And I'm just happy and fortunate that I've got the opportunity to play college baseball this long.
What's the difference this year as you go into your junior year? Now you've got a couple years under your belt. What is the biggest difference now as opposed to when you first came in as a freshman?
Now I feel like I'm stepping more into a leadership role on the team, a bigger part of the team. I've been around. I know how the program works now. And it's time to teach some of these younger guys how the program works and how we play Dickinson baseball.
Talking with Rick Hopkins, former Holy Spirit baseball star, who's now at Dickinson College. Rick, what was the initial transition like from high school to college? I know I played college baseball, and my first experience as a sophomore in college baseball was really a wake-up call. You go down for those preseason workout, the summer workouts in August for the fall season, and you find out, hey, this isn't high school baseball anymore. This is a grind. This is an everyday thing. You got weight room, you got classes, all this other kind of stuff, 3-hour practices. How big of a transition was that, and how long did it take you to feel comfortable in that?
It was a transition, and it takes a few weeks to get used to. You're doing something at all times of the day, whether it's your workouts, your practices, you got to get your homework done, things like that. And then even baseball itself, the game's a little faster. The pitchers are throwing a little harder. Guys can move a little quicker. Arms are stronger. Guys at the plate are stronger.
Yeah.
So the game's a little faster.
I know one of the toughest transitions for me was not so much on the baseball field, but the classroom. When that spring season rolls around, and all of a sudden you're looking at a schedule with 45, 50, 55 games, and you're taking 4 or 5 classes. That can be really a tough thing, and I know I struggled as a sophomore with that in terms of making it to all these classes. You're going on 3-hour bus rides to away games. You're missing a lot of classes, and it's tough to really keep up that schoolwork. Sometimes you're up till 1, 2 in the morning trying to catch up from all these classes. How difficult was that your first year, and what did you do differently your second year?
Yeah, that was definitely new to me. We'll have late practices, and especially in February when we have to work out inside, we can't get on the field. We're covered in snow. We have to be inside. So we might have to have a practice from 9 to 11 or 10 to 12, something like that. And then things might work out where the next time we can get to the gym is the next morning at 6 o'clock, the 6 o'clock practice. So you're tight on sleep. You got to take care of your homework. So just probably sleeping is the toughest part. You have to get your sleep in because that's the only way your body's going to recover.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking with Rick Hopkins, former Holy Spirit star for baseball, who's now playing at Dickinson College. Was there ever a doubt that you were going to play college baseball? I know a lot of kids who may even be really good athletes in high school just want to enjoy the college experience, and you do have to make a lot of sacrifices when you are a college athlete. You're not doing a lot of the stuff on weekends that the normal college student is doing. Was there ever any thought to, hey, maybe I just want to enjoy college, or was this something you really had been focused on the whole time?
I've always wanted to play baseball in college, and ever since a young age, I always said that I wanted to play baseball until someone's going to rip the jersey off my back. And I've been fortunate enough to play this long, and when it's over, it's over. But I'm going to enjoy every second I have right now.
I know your mom, Jen, really gets into your college baseball career. She comes out a lot to the college games. You know, she's taking road trips. How cool is that you have that kind of family support? And I know it's tough being away from home in college, but it's got to be nice to know that you got your family behind you and rooting for you.
No, it's great, and my mom is great. She'll come and she'll take pictures of the team, and everyone loves it. And I do it. She is a great support group. And I really couldn't ask for better support from her.
We're talking with Rick Hopkins, former Holy Spirit baseball star, who's now at Dickinson College, if you're just joining us. Rick, I got to get your thoughts on this before we let you go. Looks like you graduated high school about 2 years too early. Holy Spirit winning that state championship this year. What's your reaction to that?
Oh, that's awesome. My senior year, Steve Normain came in as an assistant coach and then eventually took over, and I've always stayed pretty close with Steve, so I'm just so happy for Steve and Jason Downey over there at Spirit. They've done an incredible job these past couple of years getting that program where it needs to be, and just so happy for those guys.
Now, I guess those guys who were seniors this year, a lot of those guys played varsity as sophomores when you were a senior, correct?
Yes.
Anthony Boselli and AJ Russo and those guys?
Yeah, no, it's great to see everything kind of come full circle, and they've both had great careers there, and I know Anthony's going to go on and play college ball, and just happy to see that kind of stuff.
Are you able to keep in touch with any of your old Holy Spirit buddies as they go on to play college baseball?
Yeah, I'm still pretty close with Mike Adams. We always talk. From time to time, he's doing something similar. He's up in New England playing ball. I'll see Mike Diani from time to time as well. But some of these guys are still playing ball, and we always keep in touch and reach out for each other. If someone has a good game, we'll send a text.
We're talking with Rick Hopkins here, former Holy Spirit star. Rick, before we let you go, what would your advice be to somebody who's maybe considering playing college baseball? I always tell kids, look, you got to be all in or you're out. I mean, it's such a grind. It's such a tough thing to get all that stuff done, not only on the field but in the classroom. What's your advice to somebody who's considering playing college baseball? And what would you tell them, a high school kid who's going to be a senior this year?
Well, you have to love baseball. You see a lot of kids, especially at the college level, that think that's what they want. And they experience the season and how much of a grind it is, and that turns a lot of people off. So you got to love baseball. But you also have to love the school that you're at. So if you want to play baseball in college, just make sure you like the school that you're at as well. I love Dickinson, and my mom always said that, when picking a school, you got to find a school that you're going to love if baseball was out of the equation.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids don't really understand that.
Years.
Yeah, that's a really a big thing.
You have to live there for 4 years, and seen a lot of kids stop playing baseball, transfers, things didn't work out, and you don't want to see that.
Before we let you go, real quick, Rick, who do you got in the home run derby on Monday? Who's your pick?
Oh,
you go with the hometown boy, Todd Frazier, Jersey boy.
I'd have to do that, and that was it was really cool to see him talk to Spirit as well, and then he gave Holy Spirit a nice talk before the state championship. Gotta love that.
Yep. All right, we'll mark you down for Todd Frazier. Can't go against the Jersey boy, right?
Got it. Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us, Rick. Good luck the rest of the summer and the rest of your college baseball career. Appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate it, Sully. Thank you.
No problem. That was Rick Hopkins, former catcher for Holy Spirit. He's now about halfway through his college baseball career at Dickinson University.